Success most times starts from the mind. It is the center of decision making based on available settings called mindset. A mindset is a fixed mental disposition that predetermines your actions and the outcomes of these actions. The mind is one of the most powerful tools in the world. Being powerful means that care must be taken to engage it. The mind can work for or against you depending on how you have trained it. Before I go further to talk about the mind, I would like you to take note that the mind can actually be likened to the concept of machine learning and artificial intelligence. These are part of the current Industry 4.0 that is sweeping across the world and taking the industrial setting by storm. It is, in fact, the beginning of the fourth industrial revolution that we are experiencing in the world today. Your machine cannot learn anything if you don't feed it with data. The data you feed into your machine is what it will think with and give you results. This means that you can only get good and quality prediction and results from your machine if you have fed your machine with good and quality data. On the other hand, poor data will only predict poor results for you. The more quality the data you send into your machine, the better your machine can help you predict and make good recommendations. This is exactly the same way the mind works. The mind works on the same principle like your machine learning and artificial intelligence. However, in this case, the machine is your mind. You get data into your mind through what you hear, what you read, and what you imagine. The quality of the outcome from your mind can be traced to the quality of the data you have fed into it via your eyes, your ears, and any other means. The result you want from your mind is dependent on you and what you allow into your mind. The mind is very powerful and highly productive. There is always something oozing out from the mind at all times. The mind cannot be idle. The mind cannot stop producing something. When the mind stops producing something, oozing out results, or delivering content to you, it means that the person is actually dead. So, no matter the state a person is, their mind is always working and processing something. People in the outside world get to know about what is going on in a mind by the results or outcome from such minds. This means that the results are always consistent with what has been allowed into the mind. The results, the outcome you are going to be getting from a person are always consistent with the data or the information that has been allowed into such mind. It is impossible to allow good data into your machine or your mind and get bad results or make bad decisions. In the same way, it is impossible to allow bad data into your mind and expect good outcome. That is not going to happen. No wonder the good book says, guard your hearts, that is your mind, with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Simply put, your life gravitates towards the outcome from your mind. Your mind is also like the pots from where you eat. You decide the recipe of the food you want to scoop out from that pot. No matter the recipe, your mind will always cook something. The taste of the food from your mind is a function of the recipe you have loaded your mind with. One good note about the mind is that it produces the results, the product from the recipe you feed into it in abundance. No, the mind does not lack something to scoop from it. No one lacks something to scoop from the mind. It is always making and processing something every time. No wonder it is reported by Solomon David that out of the abundance of the heart, out of the abundance of the mind, the mouth speaks. This is a very profound statement. It means that you can guess with accuracy and precision what is going on in the mind of a person by what comes out of their vocal cords. What comes out of a person's mouth is a reflection of what they are cooking in their minds. If the words or statements that encourages or the ones that build up others are coming out of a person, then you can guess the recipe used for such soup. If, on the other hand, the words coming out are those that divides or offends or demean others, you can equally guess what the ingredient the mind worked on to produce such results. The mind can be a weapon of mass destruction or mass creation. Depending on the type and quality of data you feed and allow into your mind, you can invent a weapon of mass creation or a weapon of mass destruction. I want to appeal that with the many wars going on in the world, you don't want to have any individual create any destructive weapon. Just like any other bad weapon, the effects of bad weapon from your mind are not only felt by the inventor alone or the creator alone. Others around them will participate. However, when the weapon of mass creation is produced using the mind, it equally has massive ripple effects on the inventor and around the inventor. That is why casually allowing anything into your mind can become very dangerous, not only for you, but for the world around you. Mindset is made up of two words: mind plus set. To achieve anything meaningful in life, you must set your mind on something. Your mind must be fixed on something. Your mind must be getting signals, effects, data, and so on from somewhere or something you fixed it on. The attention or focus you give such things determines the quality and quantity of the data you get from it. While you can set your mind on just anything, I would rather you set your mind on the following. 1. On your goals. Without goals, chasing of shadows becomes the order of a person's life. Order and focus will be out of place without goals. And concentration with the aim of achieving greatness will become an illusion if there are no goals. No wonder the good book says, people perish for lack of vision. If you want your mind to focus on something good so that it can produce good result for you, you better focus on goals. Number 2, focus on your family. Your spouse and your children should always be the major focus of your mind. In order to know how best to run your family, what to do and not do, and so on and so forth, you must always have your family at the center of all of your decisions. When you get the right data from your family, it helps your mind to be creative in producing good products. The third thing I would like you to focus on is on the good things. While we live in a world where negativity and bad vibes abound free of charge, you must consciously focus on the good side of life. Focusing on the bad and negative things only supplies your mind with the wrong data and recipe to work with. But choosing to focus on the good side will ensure that your mind is consistently cooking abundance of good products out of which you can share with the world around you. There are too many bad and evil reports around the world. There are too many wars that are going on in the world. We don't need extra ones from you. Instead of bringing out bad ripples, bad vibes, and bad rhythm, I encourage you to focus on the good things so that when you focus and you get good data into your mind, you can in return give out good information and good products to yourself, and for people around you. The mind is so powerful, vast, and deep. Use it to your advantage. Ensure you supply it with the right tools and data. Teach it what you want it to process. Be intentional about the quality and quantity of what you allow into the pot of your mind, for out of it are the issues of life. So I tell you, set your mind correctly and you will set your life in order to your greatness. Bye for now.